Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash, switch.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Detroit.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, Swift. It's a room to maneuver. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Rush. 21. Rush 54. Fine. I'm coming. Hey. 54, right there. 54.
On first and 10, Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
I got you, boy. Easy. Ringo.
After the sack on first down, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
56 is the mic. I'm coming.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Double up.
No, 60.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Nyheim Hines, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Hey, 11. 50, Mike, 50.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
We go, set. 280.
Check. Watch me before. Nice, sweetheart. Joker.
32.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hines. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's bring it. Mike 56. Mike.
Hey, Zoo. Coming this way, Here we go.
From midfield, here's Brady. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. On 3rd down, Hines. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Broncos had 15 4th-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, D. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, Mike. Check 52. Hey.
To throw again, Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go. Shift. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Switch. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Watch that. Rerun.
Now a give right side. Swift. And he's going to come up a few yards short. brought down at the 45. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
A gain of 7.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. 7-7, our score after 1.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Sugar, sugar.
Motion, 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 motion.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Hey, hey.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Finds his rookie first-rounder, it's Noah Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Hey, orbit.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Stay with your man.
56.
72.
56 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go, motion, motion, motion.
Rip.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
40 gun. 40 gun. Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike. 50. You got to get the ball. See, you get the ball right here.
He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Jones. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Fresno, alert! 50, Mike, 50. No gain on this defense. Not easy, easy.
On 1st down, Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Stafford going for it all. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Here we go, D. Get up.
Zero.
Go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Go. Go.
Gonna have
Now Stafford. Jones has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Stafford now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, 50 to Mike.
On second and 11 now. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Third and long. It's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Shadow! 56 is the Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Brady will try again on second down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Check Mike. Ozzy.
56.
Ozzy.
56 is the Mike.
When he hits.
Throwing is Brady on third down. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Mike's 56.
Here we go.
Brady now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, 9-7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Ain't no stuff.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford, and that's complete to Jesse James. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Detroit.
Coming to you, coming to you.
59.
Hey.
Gives it 50. Check Mike 50.
I got one.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's what
Stafford. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That throw by Brady incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular. Hey, exit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I got it.
Mike's 56. Mike's
53 men down.
Throwing again. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Third down.
Wait, that flag 20.
65. 65. Sponge.
On third down, Hines, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Showing that middle.
On second down now, Swift. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
250. Mike 50. Watch the slant. Check safety. 59. Rush in.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Mike 56. Double dog. That's the way.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. 72.
Throwing on second and long. Brady. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23
And
yards.
at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Man out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
56, Mike, 56.
56. Malcolm. 56, right there. 56. Yeah. You don't want none.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 57.
72.
To throw on third down, Brady. He'll find Royce Freeman, the running back. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
You want this? 56, Mike 56. Hey, both 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
56. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. We own them. We own Alabama.
From the gun, Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
You got nothing.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 59. Hey, Delta. Mike 50. Mike 50. Coming for you. Mike 50. Mike 50. Big 20. Yeah. Real right, 22.
Here we go again.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Check the hot read.
Open man is Allison complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Blue 60.
Come up the ball, hard. Slam.
Easy, alert.
On 2nd down, Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Wide, get wide. Zebra. Here we go.
No chance. Hey. 50. Check.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready. 20.
54 Mike. Hey.
22.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Mike's 5'4. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Hey. Check Mike 54. Hey, 50.
I got you, punk.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Drop deep. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Here we go. Mike's 56. Mike. Check it.
They'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check it, reload. Go.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Watch the run.
56 to Mike.
53 Linda. I got him.
Mike's 56. Mike.
He'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Reload.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Ricky
Bravo.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go.
Ozzy.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Wait, set.
56, right there. 56.
Check it, reload.
He's coming. Double up.
Shadow.
On third down, Hines. And he's got room. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal of 33 yards.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Let's get this.
That's the end of
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, here we go. Check 99. Slam, slam, slam. Shit. Say.
They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Wait, that 53. Alert. 5. That's bandit.
First throw of overtime for Brady. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alpha.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Tight end. Hey. 53. Ready. 2.
Mike's 50.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
White.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Check Mike 50. 22. Check Mike. And middle.
Defense.
Hey, give me radar.
Defense. All right, here we go.
Hey, easy.
Now Stafford.
25. Check 25.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
All day.
Rip. Hey, Charlie.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS.
Hold 50.
Check the backer. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Rip.
Throwing on second down. Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking deep downfield. It got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Again, it's Brady. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, Orbit.
56. Mike's 56.
Easy. 20 hits.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is the tight end Fant. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus.
A 27-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Denver, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Right there.
Yellow. Run the line, Eddie.
I'm trying to collect.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Mike's right.
Here's McCoy.
You gonna see me in your life?
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Mike 54.
Defense wins championships, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sherman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Line. Run the line, Eddie.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You.
Motion.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Buccaneers' 42-yard line.
Fire down these two. Run the line. Let's get the ball.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 34 yards there and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Check 53's mine.
Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, stop.
Alert 3.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
They'll try to throw now. Winston.
Check 26.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
It's now 4th down.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
53's the mic. 53.
Now Winston on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Check 53's mine. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Chiefs nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick
And
off.
following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Get